Welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Linda Fontaine, and today we have a special show. It's all about the 100 plus Tri-Cities Women Who Care Reveal. And we love covering this every few months. It's a great organization. And my first guest is Adrienne Osborne, who's the nonprofit coordinator with 100 plus Tri-Cities Women Who Care. Adrienne, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Linda. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good. Well, tell me about the big gift. What's going on today?
So this was our ninth Big Give event, and we were able to hear from three wonderful local nonprofit organizations. We heard from A Step Ahead Tri-Cities, Appalachian Literacy Initiative, and the Langston Education and Arts Development. Our women have voted, and our recipient of our ninth Big Give event is A Step Ahead Tri-Cities.
Congratulations. Oh, awesome. Maggie Wood, Executive Director of A Step Ahead. Tell us what this means for your organization, getting this big collective donation, if you will.
Yes, this is just so incredible. We are, thrilled beyond words with this incredible gift from Tri-Cities Women Who Care. First off, we just want to say thank you to Tri-Cities Women Who Care. Thank you, Adrienne. Thank you, everyone, for this incredible support. This is a truly, truly life-changing funding for so many women in our community. We are incredibly humbled to be chosen out of such an incredible group of nonprofits, Langston Education and Arts Development and the Appalachian Literacy Initiative. Just doing incredible work, vital work in our community. And we're just so humbled and honored to be given this gift. The fact that our community feels so strongly about empowering women and moms is just truly inspiring. It is truly inspiring. And it's just a testament to the love in this community, the love in Northeast Tennessee that we all have for each other, that we have for our community. We are so excited for this funding. This support is going to mean more empowerment through education and resources for the women in our community. As I stated last week, we'll use this funding to pay for clinic resources for the most effective forms of reversible pregnancy prevention for women that can sometimes be prohibitively expensive or incredibly difficult to get. This will remove that cost barrier and that education barrier and help women access these really vital family planning resources. We will also use this funding to pay for our health educator who conducts free comprehensive reproductive health education to anyone in our region who wants it. Comprehensive reproductive health education is such a vital part of a healthy community. And so we are thrilled with the support that we're going to be able to continue this support from Tri-Cities Women Who Care, making this possible for us here in Northeast Tennessee. Across the board, we have increased resources that every time someone calls, anytime someone calls, every person who calls us, we will be able to say, yes, we can help you. Yes, it will be completely free. And we are absolutely honored to help you and help our community and help our mamas have babies when they're ready to have babies. So thank you, Adrienne. Thank you, Tri-Cities Women Who Care. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie, and congratulations. I can't wait to hear in a few months from now how this has impacted your organization. Speaking of impact, Paul Gabineau, I'm so sorry, keep messing that up. He's the executive director of the Shepherd's Inn, and you were the recipient of the Big Give last time. And please tell us an update. How has this impacted your organization?
Well, first, let me say congratulations to Step Ahead. Maggie, this is amazing, and you're going to have such a wonderful time, and you may not spend the money always like you think you're going to, but I will tell you that this organization, the 100 plus women that Tri-Cities Who Care, they just want people helped. That's the bottom line, and I so appreciate their support and the votes and everything that came to Shepherd's Inn. First off, let me just remind everybody, the Shepherd's Inn is a domestic violence, is a shelter for women and children coming out of domestic violence. We're a safe house, and so 24/7 is what we do. And I'll tell you, it doesn't change because of COVIDs or anything else. It just has the needs are there. The $10,000. What can I say? We were in a state of we were going through the valley of the shadow, it felt like at times when we were hit so hard with the COVID. All of our fundraising events were totally canceled for the year. And that's 1/3 of our income to operate is 1/3 comes from those fundraisers. We couldn't do anything because we had to gather people together and we couldn't do that. So let me just go through very quickly what happened. First off, it was an emotional booster for us. It let us know that, hey, everything's going to be okay. The faith came through because the community cared. And these wonderful women came to our help for other wonderful women and their children. So I wanted that to be understood. We were able to take the money, and we had all kinds of ideas. We were going to put new carpet in, and we were going to do all kinds of things. And we didn't do all those kinds of things necessarily because, and Adrian and I talked about this because we wanted to make sure, they just wanted us to make sure that we were taken care of, and people were taken care of. So we were able to use the funds at times that in different ways. We got material for bags for women who come into the house, and we were able to get materials for those bags so they could have little care kits available to them, office supplies. We had to repair refrigerators, things that we had to do electrical work. We used the money for buying new fire extinguishers and carbon monoxide detectors. We had some plumbing work that had to be done. We have a roof that leaks, and next week, we hope that it gets fixed, and we have the funds set aside from Women Who Care made available so that we can get our roof fixed. Bought a mini heater. And it goes on, and we still have some funds that we're keeping in reserve in the event of an emergency need for us that we're not counting on. So that's pretty much in a composite of what we were able to do. That some of these, I don't know how we would have done. Well, I don't think we could have done it if it wasn't for this incredible, thoughtful gift from this wonderful organization. So again, Maggie, have fun, celebrate. It's just a reassurance that what you're doing is meaningful to the community, and we are grateful, so grateful.
It does sound like this was a life-saving thing for your organization, Paul.
It was an amazing moment. It really was.
Good.
Because there is an element of fear. And there's a lot of people in our community in the Tri-Cities throughout the area that really have a tough time with this. So yes, this was a reassurance.
Very good. Well, let's take a look back at 2020 with a video to show just how good 100 Plus Tri-Cities Women Who Care, the impact you've made on this community.
And then they went off to vote. When they came back, when they said hope, I was in awe because I really thought the other nonprofit, I really thought they were going to get it. I was so stunned and excited and so speechless. And I'm a talker, but I was just speechless, and it meant the world to us because that money helps us with the programs that we have at Hope. And actually, by the time we received it is when the country shut down.
Oh, wow.
So now we're using part of that money to buy computers in our office for kids that do not have computers. They can come in, do their homework. I'm finding volunteers to help them through because most of them are doing their work at home.
Give us a little background. Exactly what does that money go towards doing for the organization?
So we have kept our programs running during this entire time. We're a 100% volunteer organization. Most of our volunteers are moms, so they're at home with all kinds of different situations. But we have support groups that started to go all virtual when this initially began, and we're still all virtual right now. So we have virtual support groups. We just started an infertility group that is once a month. And we have, of course, our perinatal support groups that started a year and a half ago, which is one of our most impactful programs.
Well, it made a huge difference for us. 1 Acre feeds a lot of people that are unable to pay for their meal. And so that extra $10,000 has helped us to keep the doors open here. And, our numbers have drastically increased. So last year, let me just give you a couple numbers just to give you some perspective. Last year in 2019, we served 18,536 meals for the whole year. And this year, just since this pandemic hit in March, we've served over 21,000 meals just since March.
Women have all voted, and congratulations, Shepherd's End is a recipient. And I just cracked up. I said, "You sneaky rascal." It was really funny, but we are thrilled, beyond words. A tough year. All three fundraisers that we have this year had to be canceled because of the pandemic, and as a result, we are going to have a $30,000, shortfall of funding. And so you can imagine to receive 1/3, for a promise, or close to 1/3 of what your deficit is. It's just like manna from heaven. I mean, we're just thrilled. Really, really are.
I was speechless for days because we were all so excited. And so I want to say, number one, I want to say it is such a pleasure to work and live in a community with people who care. That is so important. And then second, I want to say that we have a program that we just started. It's our Forensic Sexual Assault Exam Program, where we give free exams to women or men who have been sexually assaulted. And that is a big process, and it is very expensive to get off the ground.
Fantastic. That is awesome. That's amazing. Wow, what an organization. Maggie, please remind us how people can give to your organization. Yes. Step Ahead, right?
Yes. Thank you so much. You can find us at stepaheadtricities.org/donate. You can also find us on our Facebook page. We have a donate button. So it's just facebook.com/stepaheadtricities, and you'll see a donate button right there at the top.
Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate that. We'll be back with another edition of A Closer Look.